Okay, to be serious. Now, first of all, it seems to me you're getting a little bit defensive, and I don't mean too defensive for me. It doesn't bother me. And I want because I want you to take it seriously. You're doing me an honor or something to take it seriously. Um, and I can see why you might be getting defensive because of the argument that I'm presenting to you. But I'm looking at this comment and I want to respond to it. You say, LOL, so it's just that I'm guilty by association. Thanks for the laugh. Well, I think you're simplifying it there. I don't think what I'm doing is an association. I said, I did not say, quote, you advocate the following. Right? I'm making a logical argument. It says the things you believe and other things that would be true in the world, add together a certain way. And if you take a certain position, the natural logic points to this point I'm trying to make, right? I'm saying your ideas are related to the following. I have proposed that you accept the problem as war, not overpopulation. And if you do not choose war as the problem, then you have been accused of advocating the necessity of war. If you say war is the problem, we agree. It is not overpopulation. Fair? You say LOL. Now that's not guilt by association. I'm relating war to overpopulation. You say, no, we don't agree, by the way. Once again, it's your either or thinking bureau. Yes, I am a logician. Okay, I certainly can make a claim to be a logician because I know and apply logic, and you can call it either or thinking, but I know it's just a construct. It's constructed to make a situation either or, so you can make decisions about it. If you just let everything be a blob, then it's like, oh, there's no fundamental distinctions in the universe, but you still do make distinctions in order to try to comprehend the universe, and you're doing that when you say that overpopulation is a problem. And you go on to say about how we basically agree. We need to do all the same things. I agree. We need to work out how to limit our insane rate of population growth, to quote you. I believe that. I've said we should do that, and I would call that crowding. And, it's one of the parts of resource crisis or resource shortage. So, what are we really disagreeing about? This idea of overpopulation. And, in some other comments, you're mentioning that war doesn't really, lower the population, because look how many more people there are now than before World War II. Well, the war itself definitely lowered population. But you're right, it's not enough to quote-unquote solve the problem. Neither are one-child laws, I don't think. I think the only way to do it is to put humans in a situation where they can rest assured of a long life. That's how I think the evolutionary biology works. I think that basically that the way the evolutionary biology works is that if you are impoverished and your survival is threatened, then you have more children so that one might survive. And if basically when you have a child, it's the normal course of your local environment is that you raise it and it survives, then people will have just one or two children. I think it's more simple like that. And I do think that I've made a compelling argument that you should not try to get defensive. You should not try to simplify the facts. I admit this is either or thinking, but you can come up with your own either or why this either or doesn't make sense. But you're just sort of skirting it because there is enough money, don't you? come on, to be serious. There's enough money and resources to feed, clothe, water ourselves on this planet. It's being used to fight wars and other things. I think we're not going to stop the wars right away, and we don't have to wait to stop the wars in order to get some money to do this kind of building of basic infrastructures. But the example of war should be compelling, because that's the thing. If you admit into the argument that we can eliminate war, even 10% of the war spending, basically measured by spending, then there's enough to do these things we're talking about, and it's not overcrowded, it's under-resourced. So yeah, I think it's an either-or thing, and I think it's compelling. I think it's compelling that the idea of overpopulation is not necessary to talk about crowding and resource management. And you say in the end, you say, this would be an application of a modified Pascal's wager that would make sense. We lose nothing by treating population as a problem. Well, we're not talking about that. We both agree on treating population as a problem. We're talking about being overpopulated. That's different. Because what we lose there is that people go, oh, yeah, I'll never save those people. They'll never save themselves. There's just too many of them. I guess I'll eat this Big Mac. That's the problem, is that what motivation, see, the people that say there's overpopulation, they were concerned about human beings first. And then they say, oh look, oh my God, there's crowding. And then they read the books about, oh my God, Malthusian overpopulation is coming in a minute. I'm sorry, not to characterize you as panicked, but I'm just saying, okay, it goes through this thing. I've been through this. I panicked about overpopulation. Well, not panic, but you know what I mean? Intellectual pseudo-panic or whatever. And that's all I'm saying, most people are feeling. And it's a concern, fine. But you go through that, and it's like, it has a particular perspective on it, that is presumptuous of there not being enough resources to go around. And that's supposed to explain why we have the lion's share and these other people are starving. Because it's us or them. And that's, I think, overpopulation is all hooked up in that idea. So, yeah, we agree on everything that should be done. So why is there a problem about overpopulation? Or for that matter, why is there a problem with this linking of war and overpopulation? Both this material link that's somewhat incidental, but obviously significant. If you kill people in war and lower your population, obviously not a solution to the problem, but short term. And and also just the relationship between the fact that we could use the money we spend on war to feed the world. Why call it overpopulated then? And you're sort of skirting that issue in the fact that if it's overpopulated, then the problem is just that there's too many people. So there is no other. So that's what that means. It's trying to say it's the only solution. And really, people that are concerned about the world look out there and see that problem of overpopulation. But the people that are out there that aren't caring, they don't see overpopulation and go, oh my God, I must do something about it. They're already not doing something. They see overpopulation and it's like, see, can't do anything anyway. But that's what I think. But, I know you're concerned, and we do agree on a lot of the things we should do about this problem that I say is solvable and some say isn't.